Hi, it's Pat here from Letters to My Sister. Dale and I have been talking about starting an Etsy share on items that we sell in our very own Etsy shop. So I've got together some really interesting publications that are listed now freshly in our Etsy shop. So I'll start with this one because it's the oldest. It's was publicated in February 1900, so 123 years ago this month. It's all about the Boer War. As you can see, it's not in very good condition anymore. Whether someone wanted to use this as a piece of militaria, as a memento, a collector's item, or if it was to be torn up. There's some great writing in here. Really, it bothers me neither way. These sort of things are not so rare that they need to be saved. There's plenty of them were produced. Our great library system will have copies for research, so it really is up to the individual. We've got in here this would actually look good in a picture frame, I think, for people who are into militaria, and it has a quote by Winston Spencer Churchill. A bitter bloody struggle followed throughout the day, the Boers concentrating every man and gun and attacking the summit with the greatest spirit. Did I do that impersonation well? Probably not. Anyway, lots of great pictures. Australia was involved in the Boer War. We sent many soldiers and lost many soldiers. Got some nurses down here. Gosh, it would have been hard to work in those frocks. And so on. So there's that one. And while we're into the British and aristocracy, this is actually an Australian magazine, the Women's Mirror. It was produced by one of Australia's leading newspapers. And we have Princess Margaret, who is about to marry, I think it's Edward Snowden, later to become Lord Snowden. So this book starts with a new deal for princesses. Well, there's a lack of princes around apparently. So yeah, she didn't marry a prince, and actually I think their marriage didn't last, so I guess he really wasn't a prince. There are some pages missing from this book, so it will be priced accordingly. It's 1960, and it's got, like I said, it's got some great ads, lovely age paper. Here there's from page 18 to 25, so there's a little bit missing, but still really cute. What we have in our shop too is these are from the Australian Women's Mirror magazine, and they've been made into pocket cards, so they're also available in our shop. These are very old ones from the 20s. So thinking of women attaining womanhood, this is 1950 something. Let me have a quick look here. Yeah, 1958. Really, it's all about, young women becoming, or young girls becoming women, and their reproductive system. And there's a cute picture here of dogs, and other pictures within there are a little bit more graphic. But anyway, it's quite interesting and a lovely old book. And while we're on the notions of reproduction, Marie Stopes. Now, many of you probably heard of her. She was instrumental in getting birth control talked about in Britain from about 1920, and she died in 1958. She set up family planning clinics. She was very much actually against abortion. She felt that really prevention is better than abortion, which I'm sure that we all agree that's in an ideal world. Her motives were perhaps a little misguided by, well, certainly my standards, because she was into eugenics, which is an attempt to control the breeding, particularly of working class type people. But this little book, it talks about mother, how was I born, and it's telling mothers, don't tell your children they were born under a gooseberry bush or whatever. Tell them pretty much the truth, that it's all inside the mum. But very interesting. She's a very controversial figure, and this book is from, I think, 1944. Yes, 1944. And so to finish up what I've got here today, I've got a lovely little music book. Now this one was from the 1950s, 1954. And I thought this first song called Matilda Blenkinsop sort of talks, puts paid to the whole eugenics theory. Matilda Blenkinsop was born with 2 eyes and a nose, a pair of hands, a pair of feet, 10 fingers and 10 toes. She wore a lot of bones inside and nerves and muscles too. In fact, Matilda sounds like me, remarkably like you. And we've got a few pages here, but you know, I guess that means aren't we all the same when it comes down to it. Hope to see you in a Etsy shop, and catch you on another video another time. Bye. Oh, I forgot the very last one. And so if you're thinking just a moment ago, oh, thank goodness she's done with that because she's given me the shits. I don't know if you're allowed to say that on YouTube. But if I have, this is exactly what you need. It's called, oops, it's called, well, golly, we're nearly done. It's called the Sitter's Digest. It's got a little chain to hang it in the smallest room in the house. That is the dunny. And it's full of very politically, oops, incorrect jokes. Made also, I think 1955. This one, it's the 4th edition, might be 56. Yeah, and I hope that that final page isn't torn because someone ran out of toilet paper. So yeah, there we go. Now I'm finished. Bye.